This is Lennar's welcome letter. We're going to go over it today. It's going to be our new home orientation. We're going to do our walk today. The biggest thing that they're asking you to pay attention to is like your granite countertops, your ceramic tile, your appliance fronts. If there's a scratch or a nick, we want to find it today after closing when you guys move in with movers. If something gets scratched or nicked, it's not on the warranty. It's basically what it is.
Right.
The day of closing, you'll be issued your keys. We're going to do a final walk that day before closing. Make sure you're happy with everything. And if we find anything today, we're going to generate a list.
Okay.
And that list is going to get sent to the CM for all repairs.
Okay.
Some of the biggest key things is setting up the Lennar safety locks. You just push them in one time, and then you can lift your window all the way up.
Okay.
Is what it is. If you don't, it'll just engage and it stops the window.
Okay.
These do flip out.
Yep. The back.
Easy
Yep.
cleaning.
Yep. So before you go all the way up, you just push them.
You just push them one time,
And then-
it'll go all the way up, and then
got
it
it.
resets when it comes back down.
Okay.
Every window that has safety locks is like that.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Same way with your patio slider. It's a 10-year limited warranty on your thermal seal. If it ever pops or breaks, they'll come out and replace it
Okay.
in your slider. They put the safety gate up, that stays up. It's up to the homeowner to take it down if they want
Okay.
for falls. For the fireplace, I'm not gonna jump around. So you'll notice in your dining room, you have a cap in the center. That's made for your fan light combo.
Yep.
So two of the switches on the wall are going to go to your fan light combo. The other switch goes to the ceiling lights, of course.
Okay.
Same way with the family room. Two of the switches on there go to the fan light combo, and the other ones actually control the lights on the
Got it.
ceiling. We've already pre-wired the house with coax and data cable. That's part of the 2-year warranties on
Wow.
the electrical side.
Wow.
I'll show you the media center where it all goes to in one of the closets.
Okay.
So that way they can put their modem or anything they want to inside that unit. For the fireplace, it's just a magnet. It's all gas. You just press the button. It's going to click for a minute. It lights the pilot light and then heats up the thermocoupler, and then it'll turn on.
So just hit on. Boom.
Yeah, just hit on. You can. There's a flame, and then
Yep.
it pops on.
Nice.
And then you can change your thermostat if you want to here directly with the heater, or your thermostat setting, I should say. Will go to this controller is what it goes to. So if you set it across the room, it's going to, of course, stay on until it reaches that temperature. Then you just hit off, and it turns it right on.
Okay. Any other features to that, or just?
So you can set your flame height. It's set maximum height right now. It's all the way up.
Okay.
When you turn the flame on, we'll just turn it. So you got flame height, thermostat, and you can set a timer if you
Got
want
it.
to run a timer on your unit. There's your flame height that's set on 5.
Got it.
You can put it on 1.
Got it.
Yep. The upside down receptacle that you'll see. So you'll also notice some of the rooms that do have lights still have the upside down receptacle. There is one switch on that panel there. It's going to go to that receptacle there. That's the one that's controlled by the switch on the wall.
That's why it's upside down.
That's why it's upside down.
Okay.
And all your other receptacles are the correct way up. They always
Okay. So that upside down means
it's
controlled by a switch.
So when you walk in your bedrooms and you see the one upside down,
That-
that's the one on the switch.
Gotcha.
They're gonna go to. I see a spot right there.
Okay.
Of course, the granite countertops, the island, these are all soft closed drawers.
Yep.
The garbage disposal is going to be underneath here on the switch on the wall here.
Okay.
Of course, the fire extinguisher is there. The dishwasher is actually running right now.
Good.
It's ultra quiet.
Why? Yeah, it's real quiet.
Yeah. They have their pull-out drawers. So there is some books here. The other ones are going to be in the top drawer between the 2 refrigerators, or between the 2 refrigerators, the refrigerator and the oven.
Okay.
They'll probably come and remove that. That's the die for the handrail,
Okay.
is what that is. And in this drawer is the other paperwork that you'll see. So it does come with the Ring doorbell. They're going to remove that. Starter pack for the dishwasher. The Ring doorbell, it's on the front door. It's up to them to turn on the Ring service to get the features of Ring doorbell.
Yep.
Otherwise, it functions as a normal doorbell. This is a thermoprobe for your dual oven setup here. So your bottom oven has a plug. You can plug that temperature probe in there, and you can stab it into the meat or whatever
Oh,
you're
wow.
cooking. It'll
Wow.
read your temperature.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. That shelf is permanently mounted. Not permanently, you can always move it, but it's it's secured in place, so if you put like a turkey or ham, it doesn't
Flip
out.
out, okay.
So all the controls, your upper oven and your lower oven, the knob here on the center is the main controller. So your lower one, you just hit your bake, set your temp. You can hit start, you can do cook time, you can do delayed start also. Hit start, it'll turn on for you. You also have the convection bake feature. You can turn that on. You can do single, multi-rack, you can do roast, whatever you want to pick. You just press in on the button or switch your display and it'll start. It does have your normal oven light that comes on also. For the top one, it's dual purpose. So it's a convection oven, kind of like a built-in air fryer, and then also a microwave. So it'll tell you when you're using your upper oven, if you want to use the microwave, press your microwave. You're going to set your cook time to whatever you want. You can set your power setting automatically right there. Choose it. It'll say remove the glass or remove the metal rack. And then you go ahead and hit start.
Right. So that can be, that you can also bake with that.
You sure can. So you'll remove the glass tray. It'll tell you when it's on there. And you put the metal tray in there. You can hit convection bake. You can set a temperature. It'll say remove the oven thing and use the safe rack. You'll do that. You'll hit start and it turns on and it'll start baking.
Got it.
The convection bake oven.
Okay.
Yep. So it's a real nice feature.
Yeah, that's a nice feature.
Filter with GE, so the warranty stays current with it. To register your appliances, so your QR code is here on the wall. As soon as they scan it, it'll enter this model and serial number of the unit, and they just hit register once they're signed up. The ice tray is on here. Actually, all the ice is going to be here on the door. Sometimes it sticks, and the tray will pull out. Okay. It's recommended about 2 trays of ice and about 6 cups of water, so that way you don't see sediment coming from the new filter, is what it is. And it does have an autofill. So the autofill feature, if you put a glass here, it'll sense what size it is and it'll fill the glass for you automatically.
Okay.
Yep. And then if you want temps, you just press fridge or freezer, the temps light up.
Okay. Only thing I really seen in here was this over here. It just needs to be filled with caulk. Pretty much what I seen.
Right here?
Yeah, just, well, yeah, all of these right here, that's what I seen.
Okay.
I don't know if they do that like like how the other ones are, kind of like brushed over with a little paint.
Yep. Now they won't caulk from the floor to the
Yeah. No. But they'll fill the nail holes though.
Yes, they'll fill the nail holes.
Correct.
Yep.
All right. Clean up that paint.
They're going to come back through and do a deep clean also on the day of closing.
They don't finish the garage, right?
Correct. Now it stays like this. This is considered level 2 drywall is what it is. Yeah.
Gotcha.
The electrical panel is out here. All the breakers are in there.
Okay.
Some,
out there too deep.
yeah.
Is there a main water shut off?
Yes, it's downstairs in the basement.
Okay, gotcha.
They're going to get 2 remotes with the garage door.
Okay.
On the day of closing, we're going to come back and program the door locks for the front door and the garage door for you.
Okay, gotcha.
One thing about the panel, have you ever heard of AFCI? Okay. Yeah, artificial circuit breakers. So when they trip, oh, sorry, I tripped the wrong one. So when they trip, you can't cut them on. You got to cut them all the way off, and then you can cut them all the way back on.
Got it.
And they're all here in the box.
Got it.
The GFCIs, like you'll see here, does your garage. The outlets on the exterior, each exterior has its own GFCI directly on the plug, front and rear of the house. Actually, it's on the side, sorry.
Okay.
There is one at the rear, but we don't have a deck on this house.
Okay.
Like you see there on that.
Got it.
And then the pantry. Yeah. Is this their first like new house? Or
Yeah, new construction. Yeah.
new construction?
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
First house, first time home buyers anyway. Yep. Had to clean that. You're gonna do a deep clean though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll do a deep clean.
So if you see like paint splatter,
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
that'll all be white.
Figured that. Pretty much what I'm looking for is nicks in the walls, paint. What am I?
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna look for tile. The countertops come pre-sealed.
Uh-huh.
Depending on the type of like cleaners they use or how heavy they use them or
Right.
how many pots, they can seal them every 6 months for guaranteed
Okay.
sealing of the countertops. Is that a Nick?
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll mark it. We'll fix it. Let me go switch on the breaker. One's still off. With the kitchen light off. So the gas QR code for the range top is underneath here.
Okay.
Your dishwasher is going to be right on the side for that one, and this QR code is here on the side.
Okay. Got you.
You'll notice in this house too, all your registers are sealed to the ceiling or the walls.
Yep.
There's only one air filter for the whole house, and it's located on the unit in the basement. Excuse me, and I'll show you that when we go down there. You got a spot? Yep.
Yeah. Little splatter.
Pardon me. Sorry.
Well, I don't know if that's a nick right there.
Yep.
That's small. I'm looking for the corners and stuff.
Yep.
Couple right here. Little touch ups.
Yep.
Little quick little tap. We can hit that corner a little bit.
Those big marks, but that stuff we'll take a picture of.
Okay.
An actual flooring guy's gonna come in and do those.
You know if that's scratch or is that probably the sticker glue on the on that?
That's a sticker,
Yeah.
and they'll clean all the windows outside
Okay.
and inside.
Okay. His door trim is a little chip, but I don't know.
Okay.
They could just kind of clean that up a little bit.
Yeah.
Got a corner right here.
Yep.
It came in. See something there?
Yeah, there's a spot.
Yeah.
They fixed the corner like they did here on the wall, and they just got to finish the touch-up paint. You'll notice in the bathroom there's 2 spots too.
Okay.
So they got the huge basement. Another full bath.
Yeah.
That's the spot. They relocated the towel bar over to the
Okay.
right side.
Okay.
So that's what's going to be fixed. Oh, I see
That's
the door.
going over here.
No, it was here.
It was
and
here.
They moved it here because the door keeps hitting it.
Hitting it. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
This is the only window that's different. This is the egress window that
Uh-huh.
pops out for the basement.
Yep.
Yeah. And there's your upside down receptacle.
Okay.
Yep. And then you notice the other two switches do your fan light combo.
Okay.
Every room has a smoke detector. Every main living area, which would be your main, like, family room, living room,
Right.
hallways, all have combo detectors in them. They're all hardwired together with battery backups.
Decent sized backyard.
Yep, it goes to the pink flags.
Yeah. And then kind of cross over, right?
Yeah, it goes all the way over to this
So yeah,
pink flag.
they would have a. I mean, the deck will probably take up a little bit of the backyard, but I mean, they still got a good amount.
Oh, yeah, left for kids to play.
Yep.
Like your deck, this is an in cove that you'll see when we
So
go
the
over.
deck will be right here.
Yeah, just like you see on the
Yep,
blue house
yep.
being built.
So
Yeah.
it wouldn't take up too much.
No, it depends on the design. Like
Yep.
you can see the other guy, how he angled his steps.
I like that one.
The patio.
Yeah.
There's another one. I think it's on the next row over. His is pretty elaborate done.
Yeah. But this is pretty flat, so this is a good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Since it is a basement and there is a chance of water, they do have a GFCI receptacle. It protects all the receptacles in this right
Okay.
here. This bathroom here is protected by the bathroom upstairs. I'll show you when we go up there
Okay.
for all the bathrooms in the property.
It's tiles in here too. It's cold.
One of the main things here would be the utility room. So your, of course, your HVAC unit. So with your HVAC unit, you have one filter for the whole house. It's in the door right here. And it's a 16 by 25. It just slides right out.
Okay.
And you slide in a new one. If they use that, I call it the cheap, like fiber one, like you see
Yeah,
there.
those ones are better.
Yeah, you can run two of them at one time.
Okay.
If you do run an asthma one or an allergy, like level
Right.
model, just run one for the back pressure.
Okay.
Since houses are built so sealed nowadays, they don't want the air going stale. This is the fresh air intake unit that's here. Every 7 minutes, this controller controls it. It pops on a fan. You never hear it. Pulls in outside fresh air, puts it through the system as it's treated, and then puts it through the house.
Okay.
Main drain for the water. So your main water cutoff is going to be here, and your hose bibs are here for the outside. A good way to think about levers, anything in line is on, anything sideways is going to be off.
Okay.
So main water shut off. Let's say if they did have a major leak or something in the house, you would come down, you just cut off the main water shut off. You would need to go to a faucet and open a valve to let the water drain out of the line that's
Got
in
it.
the walls. 50-gallon standard electric water heater is here. Y'all pretty familiar with basements?
Yeah.
Maybe? Okay. So the sump pump is here.
Yep.
With the battery backup, it's going to be there.
Okay. Y'all leaving those extra flooring?
Yes.
Okay.
So all the extra flooring stays, the tile stays. There's more tile here that goes upstairs.
And that's the grout color.
And the grout color is all
Okay.
right there.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. Down here, home. Don't see much down here at all. If you see
See the
anything,
corner. Okay.
yeah. All right, cool. Want me to hit these lights?
Yeah, if you want to. If not, I'll walk back through and turn
we
them
hit
all off.
these
It don't
lights.
matter.
This door's a little grated up right here. I don't
Is it?
know.
Yep, we can fix that.
Yeah. Is this dyed? So this comes regular?
Yeah, so this is actual like real wood, and they dye it
Okay. All
for
right.
our color specifications. And that little bottle that's in there
Yeah.
is the dye that was used
Okay.
when mixing. Now, let's say you did a repair on it, and you go and dye it. There is going to be a slight difference in color variation. There's a little
Right.
bit of tape or something.
Yeah,
stuck
it's
there.
tape. It's just the
Use that.
tape. Probably when they had the plastic down, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Upstairs.
Yep. We can go upstairs. We can do outside last.
Banisters. So if they have an inspector come by, the inspector sees stuff, do we just let y'all know too, or?
You're going to take your inspection list, whatever he finds. It's going to be turned over. Your selling agent, that's what, is it TJ maybe? Or
Vicky?
Vicky, yes. So you just send it to Vicky, she'll send it to the CM, and the CM takes care of everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like it doesn't have to be attached to our list that we make today
Got it.
for them to like fix anything.
So technically, do I have to be here during the inspection, or
No,
that's a preference?
that's a preference for you.
Okay.
If you want to, by all means, be here. It's
Okay.
no objection to that. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. He'll
Okay.
have full access to the house.
Okay.
Um,
Good.
I'll hear the fan on, sorry.
Clean this up a little bit.
Yeah, you sure thing.
Caulk up.
This door swings both ways,
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
so if they didn't
Right.
like
You clean the glass up a little bit, man.
Yep.
Little smudgies. Well, I don't see none. Craftsmanship looks pretty good, solid.
Yeah. Now these cabinets or vanities are not soft close. They're
Okay,
normal
just regular
close rubber
shakers?
stops. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just our temper in case you
Yeah.
know. Let's see, Mark, is that right?
That door.
Yep.
Oh, I think that's paint peeling on there. It's a nice house, though.
Thank you. Yeah.
Definitely a nice house. Y'all almost out.
Yeah, we're pretty much
Y'all almost done.
sold out. There's 3 more that are going to be built. They're waiting for the county to approve everything.
Yeah,
They're pretty slow with things.
right here.
Yep.
It might be probably just a little wipe off. I think they're gonna be very happy.
Yeah. I think they have quite a few kids, probably.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
They do.
They're gonna have basically 5 bedrooms, so.
Right here,
Yep. Oh yeah.
corner. Still see the tape. bulging. Yeah, they have a I think 5 kids.
Oh wow.
If I'm not mistaken. Yep. So
They're gonna put it to use then.
yeah. There's 1, 2. It's 3 up here.
There's 4.
4.
So
4.
that's your owner's
Yeah.
bedroom. If you want to call it 2,
Uh-huh.
bedroom 3, and then turn to your right is bedroom 4. Bedroom 4.
Oh,
has a full
this is the living.
like a loft.
Yeah, the loft upstairs.
Kids area. Yeah.
Yep. I forgot. Yep. I remember this model now.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember this model. Yep.
And this one has the Jack and Jill bathroom.
This is the model, like the model. Is that like the base? The
model home itself.
yeah.
I believe it is this one here. Yeah.
Yep. I remember now. Okay.
So this bathroom here, the GFCI protects all the bathrooms in the property here.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is full too. That paint chip. Paint, clean it up.
Yep.
And I'll tape it up there.
Okay. Thank you. And we'll do this side too.
That's a little cleaned up. Clean up other than that, it looks good.
So like most people will do another home inspection usually then?
6 months, like a
Yes.
6, 12, like 11 month.
Yeah, if they do the inspection, please turn that in on the 11th month so we can get the guys out here.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, by all means, if that makes them happy, then they can do that.
Yeah.
Anything he finds then with workmanship related,
Yeah.
will all be taken care of. The vents are just placed there. If the owner wants to, they can always change them out to like, they even have different styles or heavier duty.
Yeah.
You can always do that also.
Okay. Get lost in this house, man.
Yeah. So the laundry is here to your right.
Okay.
We didn't walk in there yet.
Yep.
So of course the plumbing clean out.
We'll have to get
Yeah. So what we could do is there'll be a like a sealer there, and it'll just be that spot will just be a darker gray.
Right.
Yeah. These lights here are going to be controlled by the switch inside the garage.
Okay.
On this side, your electric meter is going to be here.
Right.
This is for your internet access.
Okay.
So whoever they get will put their box here, and I believe they have fiber optic here also.
Okay.
So that'll mount there. And of course, the
Is,
basement.
does
wall.
that vent supposed to be sticking out like that?
Yeah, so when they mount them, they're not always exactly flush,
Flush,
but
okay.
they're sealed to the wall.
Okay.
Yeah. This is your intake and exhaust. So you got your exhaust and your intake for your HVAC unit downstairs. There's screens on them so bugs don't get in.
Okay.
This is the sump pump dump.
Okay.
So it'll dump into the drain there. The drain is going to daylight back to the rear of the yard. I'll show you that
Okay.
drain where it exits. The other PVC is going to be a sewer clean out that's there. Of course, the HVAC unit or the compressor is going to be here. The cracking that you see is basically the waterproofing of all the black material that's there. It's a parge that's put on the basement wall for waterproofing and then painted over.
Okay.
So your rear hose faucet is going to be here. Or hose
So
bib.
eventually that'll start. They would have to just maintain this.
Yeah.
With that paint?
I'll have them repaint it, but yeah, you can just go through and paint it.
All right.
That's all you would do.
Are they able to clean that the window around the windows up a little bit too? Or?
I can get them to clean that up. You see the green top?
Uh-huh.
These are like gravity fed, so once water runs down the tube,
Mm-hmm.
I can get it to pull up. It'll push it up, and it drains all the water.
To get the air? Okay.
Yep. So any water that's in the sump pump or around the
Okay.
house comes out here.
Okay. And the property line ends here?
Yep, at that pink stake, all the way over to your other one. The other area is common ground, basically handled by the HOA.
Okay, so I see. Is this a problem with water? Because everybody's runoffs here, right? So-
and then it'll be channeled here into the gullyway. And then
Are
down
they
to the
trenching
sewer.
this any more, or
They're gonna probably come in and re-level it again, and all the trash will be picked up.
right?
Yeah.
Because I see where when it rains, this is water
Coming up this
coming
way.
up into the house.
Yeah. Technically, it should stop. But yes, they're gonna come back through, and they'll re-channel this in the center, like you see over there on that side.
Okay. That way,
It'll stay in the center into the gully or the swell.
and where does it drain all into there?
So that box, there's one there. There's one at the other end.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the other side of this hill, there's a
Right.
downward slope, and there's another one there too.
See, because it seems like everything would pretty much meet up right
into
here.
that center spot right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it gets obviously it gets pretty, because all this is from that.
Yeah, it goes up again. And then whenever the grass guys come, if they did cut and they blew it this way also, I very seriously doubt water come up this far. The ground's too dry.
Okay.
Of course, the rear of the house. That's your exhaust for your gas log set that's in the family room there.
Uh-huh.
So if they do build a deck out there, it says hot on the outside, but that does get hot once you run the gas log set. Those will be bathroom vents up top there. And then your rear exterior outlet and the light.
Right. And you said those vents, that's as best as they can get popped in there, eh?
Yeah.
Just comparing, looking at these, I know everything is always different, but
These look more flush than the others.
yeah.
Yeah. I can see if they can change something.
I know it's not gonna be perfect, but just compare it a little bit. They do look a little flush, but I know they're not gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So first you're going to have your bathroom vent for the bathroom in the basement. The next vent is your fresh air intake for the HVAC unit.
Right. Do water seem to run up? Or no?
It's just tall grass.
Yeah, tall grass.
Yep. And it's all sloped
Yeah.
to the rear.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, what's that?
Let me see if they can clean that up. It's got to stay with the steel frame because that's
yep.
actually a supporting member.
That's the support.
Yeah. They are going to come back and cut the grass. They didn't cut the grass because of the
that's good.
wetness. Yeah.
That's good.
Front hose bib, gas meter.
You see what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah, you can see the spots right there. I'll have them painted.
All right. What